don't normally have these events that we do, these Chinwag events. I'm not really keen on having guests back for a second time. We had Justin a year ago, and what you didn't mention then, and perhaps there was a reason why you didn't mention it, is as well as being all the things that you are, you're also paint.
Yeah. Oh, I was angling for another return. I didn't want to.
That was right.
I didn't want to blow it. There's other things I do as well for later in the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
The puppet show.
A car mechanic course is very interesting as well. We're running.
October the 31st.
Yeah.
Justin will be down here building a car.
A magic as well. Do magic. No, don't. Yeah, painting was. Well, I mean, last time I was up here, I've sort of dabbled for ages, but what this lot came about because I was an enforced period of idleness. My computer broke down. I had 3 weeks without a computer, and I couldn't make any music or record any music or do anything. So I sort of got my brushes out, and a sort of coherent collection began to gather. Hence, that's why I kind of persevered and got this lot together.
Where does this stuff come from? Actually, there is a piece just up on this wall up here that I can't remember. There's a book that was produced in Italy in the 1980s. It's got all these really, really weird illustrations in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's part midlife crisis, part fear of death, part escapism. That's really very much the themes: monsters and death. That's.
I read magic as well.
And magic, death, monsters. Pretty much, yeah. And midlife crisis.
Can you say more about that?
Well, I don't really know. It reminds me of a bit of being a kid, So they're kind of quite escapist, some of them, and I'm sure a psychotherapist like yourself would have a field day with some of these images. Sort of part exorcism, part fantasy, part escapism, part crisis. But like kind of some of them hark back to childhood as well, sort of science fiction book covers and kind of. I was an only child, so I used to make up lots of stuff in my head, so and some of these things have come out.
Some startling images. And the one up there that we used as the event.
Yeah, monster with stripes.
Yeah. Monster with, that's Tommy. He is
Tommy with stripes.
He really is a monster with stripes.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of some of them sort of emerged out of chaos. Some tried to, just started doing something, and they just emerged and didn't really plan. Most of them aren't really planned, apart from I want to do something fairly demented, and that was usually and then usually that's what came out, what emerged. So some of them started off being other things and then became what they ended up being, but they're not planned too much.
That's a bit of a theme, because last time you were here, we talked about your emergence as an artist in music.
Yeah.
20 years ago, and that wasn't planned either.
No, I'm not very good at life. I need a life coach. There's only life coaches out there.
Oh, you need to talk to Ed.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, it's I mean, I never really let things happen fairly organically or chaotically. Same with the music stuff. Really, it just happened in a fairly uncontrolled process. Never really had a career plan or anything like that.
I think it'd be different if you had a plan.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. No, I don't. I mean, I don't react well to sort of. I find it hard if someone gives me a specific task to do. I find it quite hard to work to a brief, for instance. That's why I tried by hand at doing music for adverts and stuff, and it's a disaster. I can't. We asked for a nice advert about peas, and you've done this 18-minute psych pro. Yeah, well, I thought that rhymed with peas. Yeah. So, I've never been a success in the advertising world as a result. But yeah, it's a fairly chaotic process. I prefer to have a general idea and then try and tease it out.
Sounds a bit like automatic writing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I couldn't sit down and have a sort of a game plan of how life or career should be mapped out. Just don't care for it. I mean, that's one of the themes of these pictures, and the whole collection is called Everything is Turbulence, and it's my basic premise and outlook on life is that as much as you try and find reason and patterns in the universe as human beings like to do, eventually reality revolts against you, and you find it hard to find anything definite, or everything's turbulent, it's changing all the time.
Somebody said chaos over there.
Chaos, yeah. Cash and chaos.
Oh yeah.
That's the word I was looking for, chaos. But yeah, turbulent. So it's just an idea of that nothing's fixed and everything is uncertain, and it's why I think people cling to sort of mystical ideas or unscientific ideas, and why those things continue to have a resonance, because sometimes things just don't make sense. Much like my conversation right now.
No, it's absolutely I mean, from the little bit that I know about you, studying philosophy, that's what you were. You're a philosopher.
Yeah. I mean, I studied philosophy at university in an attempt to find some sort of cogent arguments that I could have with my parents. So when I went home and they said,
that sounds rather argumentative.
Well, we used to argue a lot about politics and stuff, and I thought, well, I'm going to go do a philosophy degree, and then I come home and my dad says, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, well, actually, I do know what I'm talking about.
And you don't exist.
Yeah, as Kierkegaard said. But unfortunately, what it did was make me less certain of anything, which is what I've continued to this very day.
Oh, ontology.
Well, yes, but is it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was trying to find. I mean, maybe it's just a kind of. Maybe everyone else is really certain about what's going on. It's just me. I don't know.
Straw poll.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Does anyone know what's going on?
Does anybody know what's? Is anybody certain?
Wow. I admire people who are certain. No, it's like I like listening to Radio 4. I listen to their science programs where they say things. Now we know this, and now that we've realised that this and this and this, and then like 2 or 3 years later you have the same program. And go, well, actually we were wrong about that. So you're like, oh, okay. So even though, but they're so certain about it. When they say it. I like that. I wish I could be so certain.
I'm not sure that I'd want to be that certain, actually.
Well, yeah. It adds a certain fizzle of excitement today.
Oh, I'm certain I'm going to wake up at a certain time. And certain. Actually, I do have to wake up at a certain time.
Well, there you go.
Things do happen, so.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of my life in the 90s, particularly, I wasn't certain I was going to wake up in the morning. To be honest with you, or I generally wasn't. I generally wasn't much of a morning person, to be honest. So I was trying to defy time, defy the structures of the 24-hour day by ignoring it.
How do you defy time now? By being creative?
I don't. That's the only certainty that I have. Time. I don't know. I mean, I suppose I've avoided doing any real work most of my life, which is quite. I think I think I've done quite well in that.
That's an amazing vocation.
Yeah, I haven't made much money out of it, but it's been very much fun.
Mm. So what is the purpose? What is your purpose then? Like, speaking philosophically.
That's a really depressing question. I don't know, Chris. I don't think there is one really. I don't
Sorry,
know.
that was really bad. I feel really unethical now and slightly
Thanks,
dirty.
Dad. I don't know. It was a purpose. I was just trying to entertain people.
How did it go tonight? God, yeah, we read in some dark places. Yeah.
I just tried to make people happy. That's all.
And yet, in doing that,
I'm painting a slightly depressing. I am very optimistic about the future.
I know I get a deep level of optimism from you. I mean,
I was just saying it's confusing. That was all.
Yeah,
I wasn't saying it wasn't interesting or that I shouldn't throw myself in the canal after this with the heavy weights. But I mean, no, I don't know why I'm here. So maybe I'm on a mission from God. I don't know. But I am.
I have a sense that you do really good things, though. I get a sense that you're really free spirit, and that you've just kind of gone with it, and I like that. I know you talked last year about times when things weren't that great.
Yeah, I've enjoyed myself. I just I often choose the more difficult path. That's my problem. But yeah, I mean, I suffered from bouts of deep uncertainty, but I still plough on, regardless. Really. But I quite enjoyed doing this collection. I just finished sound like that horrible thing that everyone does in every interview. Like, I've just finished my new album, which is available in all outlets in July, available in all formats on VMG Records. But I have found a bit of recently a kind of creative spurt of doing this and making music and being in the studio quite a lot and enjoying myself. So like you said before, sometimes I think like, if my mum was still alive, she's just like, when the fuck are you going to get a real job? What are you doing? I'm 47 this year and I'm still...
Oh, you're still a snapper, mate.
47 and going to nightclubs and playing guitar and painting. What the fuck am I doing?
But that's what you love doing.
Yeah, it's great. I enjoy it.
Yeah. And that's got that. That's kind of reason alone, isn't it?
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I take that burden. I'm quite happy. Yeah.